Good morning, class. Before we start, kindly find your comfortable place. Also, may I know if my voice is loud and clear. Okay? Secretary, please check who are absent today. Let's start. Yesterday, we discussed about electromagnetic waves, their theories, and who developed electromagnetic waves. Before we go to our new lesson today, let's begin with the game for Picks One Word. In this game, I will show 4 related pictures and you will give me one word answer. Now, group yourselves into 4 and the first group who says the correct answer got 1 point. All have the group? Let's start. In the first picture, now let's check the correct answer. Energy. Okay, 1 point for group 2. And then the next picture, waves. 1 point for group 3. Next picture. Let's check the correct answer. Wavelength. 1 point for group 4. Next picture. Let's check the correct answer. Frequency. 1 point for group 1. And then the last picture, radiation, 1 point for group 2. And the group who won for this game is group 2. A big clap for group 2 and for yourselves. Now, what are the words that we got in this game? Very good. These are energy, waves, wavelength, frequency, and radiation. These are related to our topic today. Now, let's proceed to our new topic today entitled Electromagnetic Energy. Anyone who knows electromagnetic energy? Very good. Electromagnetic energy is released when electrical energy is accelerated by external force. This acceleration creates wave of alternating electrical and magnetic field that separate from charge and move off into the space. Once the waves go through the space until it encounters matter, these are the 3 things to remember. Number 1, it can reflect and continue to move through the space. Number 2, it can passes through. And number 3, it can absorb. Now, how electromagnetic energy transfer from place to place? Very good. It can reflect, it can passes through the space, and it can absorb. Also, to understand how electromagnetic energy transfer from place to place, it is wave-like features. Waves occur in repeating pattern. The distance between waves is called wavelength. The number of wave itself per second is called frequency. And the wave moved through the space is speed. Remember, electromagnetic waves, the short wavelength, the higher frequency and high energy, while the long wavelength has a low frequency, therefore lower energy. What can you call to this picture? Very good. This is an electromagnetic spectrum. Now, what can you see in the electromagnetic spectrum? Very good. There's a wavelengths, frequency, and different forms of energy. The different forms of energy is also called electromagnetic radiation across spectrum. It is started from radio waves up to gamma rays. Now let's start in the radio waves. It has a longest wavelengths and lowest energy on spectrum. It is uses for environmental measurements including weather forecasting, climate studies, and earth-related science application. It is also used for radio astronomy measurement for understanding the origin of the universe and galaxy. The next is microwave. Microwave has a low frequency and low energy electromagnetic wave. Microwaves are useful for satellite communication, including cell phone, because they can pass in the Earth's upper atmosphere. The next is infrared waves. It is also known as infrared light or radiation and can be detectable to human through the heat. You can see infrared waves, but you can feel them such warm campfire. The next is the visible light. The visible light is located near the middle of the electromagnetic spectrum. This portion of the spectrum is the one that the human eye can see. The visible light spectrum gives us the rainbow color, which has different size wavelength. For example, the color red has the longest wavelengths and the violet has a shortest wavelengths. The next is the ultraviolet waves. These waves have a higher frequency end of the spectrum because of their smaller wavelengths and greater energy. Ultraviolet waves have enough energy to penetrate skin and damage cells, causing sunburn and even cancer. So that people uses protective things such as sweater, sunglasses for eyes, and lotion for skin. The next is X-rays. A very high energy frequency and much shorter wavelength size. They can be as smaller as an atom. X-rays have enough energy to pass through the skin and muscle, so it is relevant for medical imaging. And lastly, gamma rays. Gamma rays has a high energy electromagnetic wave with shorter wavelength and higher frequency than all other types of electromagnetic waves. Gamma rays form in the space during violent events. These gamma rays have enough energy to destroy the cells. Okay, class, did you understand the lesson? Very good. Now let's have a quiz. Please bring your paper and honestly answer the identification question. Let's start. Number 1. It is released when electrical charge is accelerated by external force. Okay. Number 2. It is called as the distance between the length. Are you done? Let's go to the number 3. It is composed of different colors that represent the different forms of energy. Are you done? Number 4. It is located near middle in the spectrum and visible in the human eyes. Okay, number 5. It is the most harmful energy and electromagnetic spectrum which can destroy cell. Okay, time's up. Let's check the correct answer. Number 1 is electromagnetic energy. Number 2, wavelength. Number 3, electromagnetic spectrum. And number 4, visible light. And number 5, gamma rays. Who got the perfect score in the quiz? Very good. I know all of you learned well today. Class, here's your assignment. This is an essay. Write 3 to 5 sentences and answer the following questions. Number 1, is electromagnetic energy is safe? Number 2, why electromagnetic energy is important? Thank you for your participation, class. Goodbye.